It was a grand sight on a dark night. Nearly 130 ships sailed along smoothly in crescent formation, their Spanish flags flying high, their crews confident that they could invade their English enemy's homeland and change the world. The Armada, as this fleet was called, was invincible, or so Spain thought when it began its journey north. The harsh reality, however, was about to strike. By the mid-1580s, conflict between Spain and England was heightened tremendously. For one thing, England's queen, Elizabeth I, was all too happy to encourage English piracy against Spain. If the Queen's sea dogs, led by Sir Francis Drake, could capture Spanish silver and other commodities coming from the New World, Elizabeth certainly wasn't going to hinder them. In fact, she enjoyed the profits. King Philip II of Spain, however, was not pleased at all. He greatly resented the English pirates. He was also vexed by English support of Dutch rebels in the Netherlands. As far as Philip was concerned, the Netherlands belonged to the Catholic Spain. Many Protestant Dutchmen felt differently, and they wanted their country back. Queen Elizabeth had been helping them as much as she could. To top it off, Elizabeth executed the Catholic Mary, Queen of Scots, in 1587, which angered Philip and made him all the more interested in revenge. The stage was set for a major conflict. Already in 1586, Philip had begun preparing the Armada with the goal of sailing up the English Channel, taking control of it, picking up extra troops in the Spanish Netherlands, and invading England. The project was plagued with difficulties right from the start. In 1587, Drake pulled a surprise attack on the developing fleet, which damaged some ships and set back the Spanish schedule. Philip chose the Duke of Medina Sidonia to command the Armada. The Duke wasn't a bad general on land, but he had no experience at sea. In fact, he tended to get seasick. The Armada's much-needed stores of food and water quickly became contaminated, for they had been stored in damp barrels. The Spanish Netherlands lacked an acceptable port from which the Armada could take on extra troops. The Armada's first attempt to sail was cut short by a nasty storm in April of 1588. Several ships were damaged and had to be repaired before the fleet set sail again. Finally, the Armada set out for England in mid-July 1588. Its approximately 130 ships carried over 2,400 cannon and about 22,000 sailors and soldiers. The fleet sailed in a protective crescent formation that was difficult for the English to attack with any effect. In a few days, the Armada had arrived on the coast of England. A series of beacon flashes alerted the English to the Spaniards' arrival.